What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to take an early look at the Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky Omnibus Volume 1. This one comes out on July 23rd, and we're looking at the direct market variant here by Marco Cicchetto. Here we have the regular cover by Julian Tedesco, and in preparation for this video, I rewatched an old video that I did. It was called You Should Be Reading Daredevil, talking about this run while it was coming out in single issues, and what a great run it is. So this is considered Volume 1. There are 2 volumes by Chip Zdarsky, and I think that's where they're going to go with Volume 2. So here we have the spine, that deep dark red, the yellow Daredevil logo. You've got Elektra as Daredevil on the bottom here, collecting the first 30 issues. I think this run only went to 36 issues, and then it would go into the Devil's Reign storyline. And we'll take a quick look at this omnibus as well. But it also includes the first annual. It has a $100 cover price. We get a quick what's going on here with Matt Murdock. So he had a brush with death. After his recovery, he goes back on the streets. He accidentally kills a criminal, which leads to a whole conundrum of problems with Spider-Man wanting him to give it up, with the Defenders trying to give him support, and Mayor Fisk, the Kingpin, trying to take him down. The inside of the dust jacket elaborates that on a little bit more. And what's funny is, going back and watching that old video, I'm pretty sure this was my introduction to Chip Zdarsky, and then I would read so much more of his work. I'm a big fan of him. Here's a biography on Chip right here, along with the main artist on the run, Marco Cicchetto, also Jorge Fornes, Mike Hawthorne, and Lalit Kumar Sharma. And here we have the wraparound cover on the actual book itself, which has both Daredevils, Matt Murdock and Elektra Natchios, which is probably what this run is most known for, Elektra becoming Daredevil, although I was a huge fan of the run before that took place. So let's go inside of the book. We have some black cover pages. Here we have Elektra as Daredevil on the front. Here we have all of the credits, kind of like a table of contents as well, showing all the creative team on each particular run. Jumping right into issue 1, Virgin cover and the story. So the other interesting aspect here is Matt Murdock is sleeping with a married woman, and she's the daughter-in-law of a mob boss. And I really like that aspect. It was so real. Like, you don't typically see superheroes in these inappropriate relationships and situations. And it really was some great storytelling and great writing on how he was literally sleeping with the enemy. Also, like I said, he's recovering. I think it was he got hit by a truck at the end of the prior issue is what it was. So he had a near-death experience. He gets back on the street, but he's sloppy. He's just not 100%, and it leads to a careless mistake that leads to a death of a criminal. This run also introduces Agent Cole. So Agent Cole is like this squeaky clean guy. Vigilantes have been outlawed in New York City, so he is out there basically to get Daredevil throughout the entire run here, although his role changes way later, but a prominent figure in this run. And the artwork is great here. Marco Cicchetto really helped make this run so iconic. And then Chip's storytelling and his writing made it an easy read, but a page turner as well. Look at the action here as Cole fights with Daredevil. Murdock, Fisk smirking here, Mayor Kingpin. So the Punisher gets involved as well. The Punisher tells him that he's seen the light. That's right. The Punisher is like, yeah, man, you got to kill these criminals. That's the only way to do it. So, you know, Daredevil is not doing good when Punisher is agreeing with him. Oh, the Owl. Yeah, he's always like one of the crime figures within the Daredevil run. So I like how you get all the issues with the covers, the Virgin covers. Here's Spider-Man meeting with Daredevil, telling him, you're done. I'm flipping to some great pages, man. Yeah, Spider-Man tells him he's done, and the funny thing was Luke Cage tells him, it happens. You know, sometimes there's some casualties in this war that we're fighting here. So all of this ends up leading up to Daredevil going to jail. Towards the end of this run, he's in prison for a great part of it. Then it leads into the whole Devil's Reign stuff. A little switch up on the artist here. King in Black or Absolute Carnage, one of those symbiote stories happens here as well, which I know we see a tie-in toward the end. Yeah, see, Cole is like a major character in this entire run. You see a lot of that like Netflix inspiration here with the street level costume. Here goes Bullseye. So yeah, 36 issues, and then he does Devil's Reign, and then comes back with a new #1 on this run. So this goes through issue 30. Devil Reign has its own omnibus, and then I'm assuming that volume 2 is going to finish this run and then pick up with the new #1. But here's Matt Murdock in jail, like I mentioned. Elektra wants to break him out. I think this is right before she becomes Daredevil. And then there's this whole confrontation with Matt and Elektra, because she's out there as Daredevil, but she's not sticking to his code. You know, he has a very strict code of no killing, and Elektra doesn't abide by those rules. Yeah, so here we have the symbiote takes over Matt Murdock for a little while. That's right, to help break him out of prison. Typhoid Mary. Yeah, so I think this is like during King in Black. Yeah, artwork is great. It was cool to see the Elektra Daredevil character. Daredevil does not want to be rescued and broken out of jail. He wants to go through the system and do things the right way. And again, like, yeah, everything comes full circle with what happens in the beginning of this run with him killing that criminal, and then him facing those consequences towards the end of the run. His religious beliefs playing a part in this run as well. So Chip does a great job of showcasing Matt Murdock. We get variants in the back: Scotty Young, Matteo Scalera. Got some Joe Quesada, John Romita Jr. stuff. Lee Garbett doing Symbiote Daredevil. Some great variants in the back. Got a zombified Daredevil. Marco Cicchetto connecting covers, design variants, Ryan Stegman art. So that's the Volume 1 Omnibus. Let's take a look really quick at the Devil's Reign Omnibus. So this is Chip Zdarsky as well, along with Marco Cicchetto and De La Torre.
This video is brought to you by Bad Music, issue #1. Following the battle at the Ninja Funk Dojo and the capture of BB, Bad Music retreats to their headquarters at the Nexus. With the love of Laser Wolf's life as irresistible bait, there's no doubt in Queen Bad's mind that her nemesis will come knocking, and she's ready for them. Will Laser Wolf, JPG McFly, and Wolfgang see the trap for what it is, or run headlong into disaster? Find out in Ninja Funk Bad Music #1,
hitting your LCS this October. It was an event, and what's great about this omnibus is there is no double dipping whatsoever with the Volume 1 by Chip Zdarsky. Quick look at the spine, and this is just a true event omnibus. It has the 6-issue Devil's Reign, and then all of the tie-ins: Spider-Woman 18 and 19, A Woman Without Fear 1 through 3, and then all the Devil Reign miniseries: Superior Foes 1 through 3, Villains for Hire 1 through 3, Winter Soldier, the one-shot, the 3-part X-Men tie-ins, the Spider-Man one-shot. You have Moon Knight issue 8, and then the Devil's Reign Moon Knight, plus Devil's Reign Omega, also $100. Inside of the dust jacket, letting us know what's going on leading up to this event, and then another biography on Chip, Marco, and Rafael de la Torre. So what happens in Devil's Reign is that Kingpin is the mayor. He hires the villain team, the Thunderbolts, to fight the heroes, the vigilantes that are in the streets fighting crime, because being a vigilante is a crime under Wilson Fisk's New York City. So it's ironic that you have villains that are being paid by the city to fight heroes legally. Here we have a wraparound cover. I wish they didn't have the spine here on this to kind of split this up. All right, so we got the deep blood red interior page, Kingpin, pinup. Here's the table of contents / credits. A little background on Daredevil, and then here's Devil's Reign issue 1. So obviously, with the craziness that's going on in New York City, under the rule of Kingpin, the regular heroes have to step up and combat this madness. And then with every Marvel event, you have what's going on in the main event, and then you have all these little side stories of what those characters' perspectives look like and how that ties into their run. Oh yeah, it gets crazy here with all these different multiverse versions of Doc Ock, right? Then you have like the Hulk Doc Ock. I remember that. Here goes the evil Thunderbolts. U.S. Agent. Oh, here goes from the cover page here, Kingpin. So I don't want to give any spoilers here, but this event, every event has like a purpose, or what's like the status quo change from the event. And what ends up happening is Wilson Fisk is no longer the mayor, but I'm not going to spoil who it is, even though this is already a couple years old. But it ends with the end of Kingpin's reign, going into a new day with a new mayor who's not a villain of New York City. So now we're into the tie-ins. This looks like the Woman Without Fear tie-in. Again, Elektra as Daredevil. Here's the Spider-Man one-shot. Love that kind of reimagined Ben Reilly Spider-Man suit. Everyone's favorite Punisher. Yeah, so you got the Spider-Man one-shot. The Rose. Here's the Winter Soldier one-shot. A lot of these, if not all, I was reading as they were coming out in single issues. This is during the Krakoa era of X-Men. They got Emma Frost here. The Spider-Woman stuff. With most event books, I feel like it's cool to get everything, but not everything is essential reading, you know? So, I mean, you could power through it and read all of them, or maybe just go with some of your favorite stuff. See, it does tie in. We saw these characters in the main event, and now in the mini-series, it just elaborates a little bit more on what's going on with the multiverse Doc Ock. All right, and if you didn't pick up every single variant while it was coming out, you get them all in the back of this book. Love the 6-issue connecting covers by one of my favorites, Mark Bagley. Got In-Hyuk Lee, also one of my favorite variant cover artists, Peach Momoko, Scotty Young, John Romita Jr., another In-Hyuk Lee. He's one of my favorite painters, man, right now. Another John Romita Jr., Jim Chung. I had to skip a spoiler cover. Paulo Sequeira, he's great. Here goes another one by him. David Nakayama, DNA. Yeah, a ton of variants here because, I mean, it was an event, and then you had all those tie-ins, which had their own variants. Let's see who else we got here. Oh, nice Scott Williams. Emma Frost. Shout out to Scott Williams. Superlog. That's pretty cool. Cartoon version. Maria Wolf. She's super cool. I met her at Chicago Fan Expo. Got some signatures from her. Alex Maleev, Daredevil. Another Peach. The Bloody Tears. Marco Cicchetto. He's a beast, man. And he puts out so much work fast, too. So, looks like we have some sketch covers in the back. Yeah, I love that Spider-Man suit. So that's the pencils. Carlos Gomez. This was a cool scene. Matt in jail fighting. Sketch covers. That's cool. For Superior 4. And that's everything in the Devil's Reign Omnibus. All right, by now, most of you guys know you can pick up these Omnis from organicpricebooks.com, but for all my overseas viewers, you got to check out comicsbugle.com. They have competitive prices on their hardcovers and omnibus, but they also have free shipping, no taxes, or import fees within the EU. Bomb-proof packaging made from recyclable materials. They have customer service guaranteed to respond to you within 24 hours. And today is the last day where you can take advantage of their sale on the Berserker Slipcase Hardcover Deluxe Edition. So make sure to pick that up and use code GEMMINT. It'll save you an additional $2 every time. All right, so there's our early look at Volume 1 of Daredevil by Chip Zdarsky. Again, it comes out July 23rd. Devil's Reign is already out. Kind of weird that they put this one out first, but I guess they pushed it out like a Marvel event rather than a Zdarsky Daredevil run. But let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Super cool to see runs that you read and picked up in single issues come out as omnis, because so often the omnibus format is collecting older material that you picked up as a kid or stuff before you were born. So kind of cool to see these come full circle. Give me your thoughts down below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. If you can, hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more stuff. And stay minty fresh. Peace.